News just coming in, one more child has passed away and the family claims it's due to killer apathy displayed by the hospital. This latest case is of a 1.5-year-old child. The child was suffering from dengue, and once again the family says the child was turned away from the Safdarjung hospital because of lack of beds. There were no beds available at the Safdarjung hospital. The child was turned away, and this morning the 1.5-year-old child passed away. India Today's Ankit Tyagi now joins me with the details. Ankit, what more do you have for us?
Gaurav, another sad news coming in of the dengue scare that has gripped Delhi. One year-and-a-half-old child, a girl child, has succumbed to what suspected dengue. The parents say that she was suffering from high fever, and they took her to the Safdarjung hospital, where the doctors told them that she does need, they cannot admit her because they do not have beds. They gave her some medicine and sent her back, and in the morning today, she passed away. Safdarjung Hospital, Gaurav, is a repeat offender. There are few hospitals whose names are repeatedly coming into this bad limelight of this entire dengue scare. Safdarjung Hospital yesterday also, when this child Aman had passed away, the parents went to the Safdarjung Hospital where they were turned back. Similarly, there are few private hospitals whose names are repeatedly now coming in forward. The Delhi government has, they're trying to flex some muscle. They have asked hospitals to ensure that nobody is turned back. They also have told the hospitals that the government hospitals, the medical superintendent will have the power to induct more doctors and nurses if they feel deemed fit. But the big question also is that who is responsible now? Who is going to take the responsibility for the deaths that are already occurring, because the government swung into action a tad bit late. If all these measures, with the chief minister going on rounds, the health minister tightening screws, asking for meetings with the private hospitals, dengue tests being conducted free, if all this was done a little while back, possibly these lives could have been saved. And despite so much of media attention, despite so much of scrutiny of the government, there still seems to be hospitals, both under the Delhi government, under the centre, and the private hospitals, which still continue to turn patients away.
Now, how long before hospitals can add more beds? We were speaking to some doctors at different hospitals, and they've just put up their hands. They said there is no place in hospitals. There are already 2 to 3 patients per bed. There are patients on ground. They just cannot take any more patients. So how soon before beds can be added to hospitals, whether the Delhi government or the central government or MCD hospitals?
You know, Gaurav, there is a political war, as we all know, on this dengue fever. But nobody seems to be, despite circulars being said, despite sound bites being given, nothing much is changing on the ground. There are doctors, those who are saying we are overworked, their leaves have been cancelled in government hospitals. We spoke to a few doctors on the condition of anonymity, and they said that there are 80 beds and 140 patients that I have. What do? I have to put 2 to 3 patients on each bed. This is not an isolated case, it's across hospitals. Now, what the health minister of Delhi is saying, that in the Delhi government ruled hospitals, they are providing 1,000 more beds. If need be, they will put up beds in the dharamshalas nearby, in the corridors of those hospitals, to ensure that people are not turned back. They are saying that as of now, there are 50,000 beds all across, including the government hospital, private hospitals available in Delhi. But the question then is that if these number of beds are available, then why this little girl had to lose her life because the hospital turned her back?
Okay. Now, in this situation, this little child, 1.5-year-old girl, she was brought to Safdarjung hospital. She was turned away. Where did the family then take her? Did no private hospital admit her either?
You know, Gaurav, with dengue, the problem also is, despite the best efforts, people, there is panic, but people still don't know what to do. That is also a big reason. So the family took the girl back to their house because the doctors gave us some medicine and said that there are no beds. You take her back and we'll see later. Possibly the test was not done. I cannot confirm that because we yet don't know those details. But she was sent back. The family took her home, and by morning she succumbed to dengue.
Stay with me for a moment. That 1.5-year-old child's mother is reacting. Let's listen into her.
बुखार हुआ था, मैं सफदरजंग लेकर गई मगर मेरे बच्चे को डॉक्टर ने कॉल नहीं किया। फिर मेरे को भेज दिया दवा देकर के, कहा कि जाओ अपने बच्चे को घर पिलाओ। मैंने घर लेके आ गया, फिर 4 बजे बहुत में लेकर गया, बस डॉक्टर ने कुछ कॉल नहीं किया मेरे बच्ची को। उसके बाद मैंने बोला क्या बीमारी है, कुछ नहीं बताया। उतने में मेरी बच्ची का दम टूट गया।
So another child turned away from hospital passes away. The mother says we were left with no option, brought the child home, and the child just didn't survive.